and welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea, and today I am starting another new series on my channel. I haven't quite figured out what to call it yet, but this was actually a suggestion by my sister Maria, who you might remember is the one that I did the Sister Does My Makeup video with. She's the one who designed the logo for my channel. She designs all my thumbnails. I talk about her all the time, but she is not a panner. So a lot of my panning related content is not something that she is really interested in. And I admit that it has been a large focus of my channel, which I'm not quitting project panning or anything like that, but I did want to start doing more looks on my channel, more get ready with me's, more using my products in different ways type of thing. So that, all of that being said, she suggested that maybe I start a series where I kind of do an eye look to match my face masks, since those are going to be part of our daily wear for the foreseeable future. And I thought that was a really good idea. So this is the first episode in that series, and I am going to be using face mask that she designed. I will link her threadless shop down below, but I'm going to be doing several looks per face masks, but I'm only going to be doing one look per video. I thought I would start with this is going to be outside of my comfort zone, but I'm going to try to kind of recreate the feel of this peony. So I have an idea in my head of what I want it to look like. I'm sure that's not what it's going to turn out to look like. But with all that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I've already done all my base makeup, which if I was going out in a mask, I wouldn't probably be putting on just because it would rub off, but I don't plan on leaving the house again today, and I just wanted to look nice for the camera. So I'm going to just kind of explain step by step what I'm doing on one eye and then do my other eye, but I'll do it off camera because I don't want this video to be a million years long like all my other videos somehow end up being, because I don't know how to stop talking. So we're just gonna get right into it. Scoot up a little bit, I'll zoom in on my face and all that good stuff as well. So first, I want to start with this yellow. This is Tiki from ColourPop. And since the face mask has a yellow background, I just want to basically lay that as a base all in my crease and transition area. Okay, that's looking fairly even. I think next what I'm going to do is I'm gonna kind of do this out of order a little bit. I'm gonna do my lower lash line and kind of my outer corner a little. I'm gonna take this shade Side Hustle from my Emily Noel palette. I cleaned all my brushes yesterday, and now I can't find which ones I want to use. Okay. I'm gonna take just an angled brush for my lower lash line and like kind of coming out into my outer corner a little bit to mimic the leaves on the mask. And it's almost going to work kind of as a faux liner as well, because I'm not planning, oh, this has fallout in it, because I'm not planning on putting liquid liner on my eyes. I'm also going to take a little bit of the yellow and run it underneath the lower lash line, just like on the inner half, just so that the lower lash line isn't quite so dark. Now for the part that I'm not so sure about, but we're gonna give it a go. I'm gonna use some NYX glitter glue on my lid because I am planning on working with mostly, actually I think all shimmers for the rest of the look, so I just want them to pop as much as possible. Okay, whew, I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. So for as the base, here okay. So just to show you the flower again, the peony, I am going to try to do kind of a halo eye with petals. I don't know if it's gonna work. It sounds really weird, but so first I'm going to take this Sydney Grace shade Pink Fury as my deepest color, and I'm going to place that on the outer corner, and then I'm also going to place it on the inner corner. And I'm gonna pop some right here, and I'm not too worried about having it meet because I want it to look more like individual petals and I'm not so worried about having super precise edges because I'm going to be layering, and I want it to look I don't want it to look so precise or harsh. I want it to be a little bit softer. So I'm going to do the other eye, and then we'll come back to this eye with my next color. Oops. So now that I've got that Pink Fury shade on both eyes, I'm going to go in. This is another shade in my Pan Those Eyeshadows. It's this shade right here, Fluorescent, from the BH Cosmetics Aurora Lights palette. And I'm gonna just kind of go, well, I'll just show you how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kind of just go right next to that first pink, just a little bit. This is looking special, and I have no idea how it's going to turn out because, like, I didn't practice this look beforehand, so it's going to be a surprise for both of us. And I'm not using very much of this shade. It's very similar to the Pink Fury shade. So I'm going to do this on the other eye, and then we'll move on to our next color. Okay, the last pink shade I want to use, you know what? I don't want to use that one. I want to use a different one. I need to stop doing things while I'm talking. I was originally planning on using this shade Georgia, but it's a little too light, and it doesn't have enough purpley pink. So I think I'm going to grab the ColourPop single Say I Do and use that instead. I'm going to use this instead. As you can see, it's a much cooler pink than the one from the Too Faced palette, and I think it'll match match the face mask better. I'm gonna grab this. It's a crease brush. Actually, you know what? I want something a little firmer. That's what she said. I'm gonna grab this eye crease brush from e.l.f. It's a little firmer, and I'm gonna take this shade and just kind of dust it wherever. Try to create some shadow. Okay, I don't know how well I'll be able to see that, but it did create a little dimension with the darker pink. So, ooh, okay. Easy, cowboy. So now to do the kind of halo-ish part of the eye, the center of the flower is darker. So I'm gonna take for my Subculture palette All Star and pat that in the middle, and then I'm gonna like kind of dot electric on top of it to kind of create like the what is it called? Create the dotted effect. The stamens? I don't know, for whatever they're called. I didn't take friggin' botany in school, so. I'm gonna start with All Star, which is a darker, like, kind of burgundy brown color. Pat that in the middle. You can see it's definitely darker. So I think, so there's the middle of the flower. I'm going to take my little pencil brush and I'm going to use this in electric to dot it on. We'll see how that works out. Not very well. I wonder if I wet it, if that'll make a difference. It's not as really vivid as I would like. So I wonder, I'm gonna take this shade Edge. It's like mustardy yellow. And I'm gonna do that and then maybe try to put electric on top of it and see if that does anything. This is not, I'm going to take a minute. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I think I'm gonna have to use that Lioness shade from my Safari Rain palette because that is blinding. And otherwise I just don't really think that this is gonna show up. It's just turning into kind of a muddied mess. So I'm going to go back in with All Star and kind of just erase everything I just did. And I'm going to grab my Safari Rain palette and then we'll try this out with Lioness and see what happens. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. With this shade. I think it's a little better. You can actually kind of see the little dots now. It's hard because of the lighting, but that's definitely looking better. So I am going to use that electric shade as my inner corner highlight though. See, get it in there somehow. And I'm just gonna, I'll speed this part up, but I just want to do a little bit of touch-ups. Like the yellow got lost a little bit. I do kind of want to define the petals a little bit more, and then we will finish the look up. Okay, so this is as good as it's gonna get. I took this shade Rowdy from my Subculture palette and I outlined the petals just to define them a little more, and then I took some more of that Say I Do shade and did a little bit more shading just so that there's a little bit of color variation. I really wish I could get that. I had something a little more precise, or what would really have worked well would be like a liquid gold shadow, but I don't have any of those. So this is as good as it gets for the center of the flower. But I'm not doing any liquid liner. I'm just going to put this gel liner, it's an emerald gel liner from Julep, on the bottom rim, and I'll just do black on the top, and then do my mascara, and then I'll come back and we'll put the mask on and we'll see how well everything looks together. I feel ridiculous. Okay, my mascara is on. So let's, just as a reminder, this is what the face mask looks like. So, how did I do? Not wild about how the center of the flower turned out, but I think it's like a nice abstract representation of the pattern. So it's kind of hard to talk in this, and good thing that this needed to be washed anyway, because I just got lip gloss all over the inside of it. So hopefully you found this video a little interesting, a little entertaining. I actually had a lot of fun because I don't do eye looks like this. Like, I still don't think I would leave my house looking like this, but for a video I thought it was really fun. And not all of the I'm not planning all of the videos in the series to be kind of recreating what's on the mask. I don't have a ton of masks, and the ones that have patterns, I'm definitely gonna try something like this for those, for one of the looks, but the other looks are going to be much more quote-unquote wearable. But yeah, this is the finished look. I'll put the mask on again for the end of the video, and there you go. I hope you are all staying safe and sane and healthy and wearing your masks, whether you match your eyeshadow to it or not. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!